There's a part of me that's broken far beyond repair. You can sense it as you run your fingers through my hair. Cause people couldn't be trusted or depended upon. Where deprivation's not a term, it's a terrible norm. It's gravely complicated, I fear. My old dear wasn't the type to ovulate in IKEA. But since you're asking, I remember it like yesterday. Drunken strangers linger in the room with vulgar things to say. Blood in the pan, spiders living in the litter tray. Deacon Blue singing about a ship called Dignity. In hindsight, that's where I learned how to kill the pain, as they plunge that dirty needle deep into their vein. Wrecked sinuses, blood-borne viruses, or to be the apple of Dionysus' irises. So I'm sorry if sometimes I seem angry or hateful. If this is privilege, and I'll work on being more grateful. And they sneer when I talk about poverty, and they sneer when I talk about my Pollock days. In the land of social justice, where you invite a cringe if you talk wrong or didn't own property. I speak a kind of truth that could turn the tide. If only they could shut their mouths so they'd have shut their minds. They tell me all's well, oh may the brave. They don't want freedom, they just want a different colour chain. Huddled in a dark room, scared to talk, while he kicked the door and screaming threats through the letterbox. One day she kick him out and swear she's no joking. Next day she's shagging with the bedroom doors open. One kid tied to a chair, another kicked across a flare. And I'm helpless to help, even though I was there. A boy looking to her mother for a sign she cared. But kidding on I wasn't scared was all I ever learned. A terrapin floating lifeless in an old pan. Then she poured a dram. That's when I watched her mind wander like a dirty old man. Stone cold hands, her and death cheek to cheek in a slow dance. My old man raised us by himself and no, never a drinker. Chronic stress will make a mess of a sensitive thinker. So I'm sorry if I fail to keep a straight face when you're at university complaining it's not a safe space. And they sneer when I talk about poverty, and they sneer when I talk about my Pollock days. In the land of social justice, where you invite a cringe if you talk wrong or didn't own property. I speak a kind of truth that could turn the tide. If only they could shut their mouths the way they've shut their minds. They tell me all's well, oh may the brave. They don't want freedom, they just want a different colour chain. Can I just ask where all these artists, poets and activists that wanted to police my tone were back when I was hopeless? When the best I had to hope for was a handful of opiates. Try to find some direction but my compass was cracked, my map was roadless, and my 5 doctors were disagreeing about the origin of my psychosis. I was high and jobless, you were off to university, I was homeless, begging doctors for a mental health diagnosis. And all you have to say about the way that I choose to express how my life is atrocious is to be sanctimonious and lecture me on what's appropriate for me to appropriate. All you hacks are bogus, acting like your farts are odorless, acrimonious. I can't restrict the match that puts the fear of hell in every one of these soulless namby-pamby utopians. A magnum opus igniting the average poet's darkest phobia. And they sneer when I talk about poverty, and they sneer when I talk about my Pollock days. In the land of social justice, where you invite a cringe if you talk wrong or didn't own property. I speak a kind of truth that could turn the tide. If only they could shut their mouths the way they've shut their minds. They tell me all's well, oh may the brave. They don't want freedom, they just want a different colour chain.